All praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors to the men of JMS. Shalom to you, brothers, to the head apostles and bishops and elders. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect that's reading along and with all sincerity. This is Brother Boaz coming at you with another live lesson. Now, this is dealing with the curses, okay? Yahweh told us when if we would go off, we was going to get cursed, okay? And so the reason why our people caught so much hell is because of the rebellion against the at war against Yahweh Yahushua, okay? And he promised us that if we will go off, if we broke his covenant, okay, he will punish us, okay? So that's why he raised up the so-called white man to deliver a butt whooping to Israel, okay? And now we're mourning, and Yahushua is starting to receive us now, okay? He's starting to come back to us. Let's go into it. And this also goes into the curses that's actually being turned on our enemies right now, because this could be reference to America right now, okay? Lamentations chapter 1 verse 1. We just gonna read through it and I'll break it down as we go down. Basically, it breaks itself down. It's a self-explanatory chapter. Lamentations chapter 1 verse 1. How do the city sit solitary that was once full of people? How has she become a widow? She that was great among the provinces, among the nations and provinces and princesses among the provinces, how is she become tributary? Okay, so did that happen to us? Okay, did we become tributary? Okay, for the one of all things. Verse 2. She sits weeping sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheek among all her lovers. She have none to comfort her. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her. They have become her enemies, okay? So all of our so-called friends and allies became our enemies in that day when we went down in captivity, okay? They turned on us. Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction and because of great servitude. She dwells among the heathen. She findeth no rest. All her persecutor took her between the straits. Okay, so did not we go into captivity? Okay. Did not we go into captivity? One moment. Did not we straight into captivity because of this? Because we broke Yahweh Yahushua's laws? Are we over here? Are you not paying taxes? Okay. Okay, one moment. See if I can get it. Are not we paying? Are not you tributary? Are not you paying taxes? Did Israel go into the worst slavery ever underneath the sun? The book of Amos, chapter 7, we'll start at verse 11. And thus said Amos, Jeroboam shall die by the sword, and Israel shall surely be carried away captive out of their own land. And Amariah said unto Amos, O thou seer, go and flee away from into the land of Judah, and there eat thou bread and prophesy. But prophesy not against any more at Bethel, for it is a king's chapel, and it is a king's court. Okay, so did not this happen unto us? Straight slavery. Okay, we went into straight slavery. Okay, for breaking Yahweh's laws. Israel shall surely be carried away captives. Let's jump down to verse 17, the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 17. Therefore, thus said Yahweh, thou wife shall be a harlot in a city, and thou sons and daughters shall fall by the edge of the sword, and thou's land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land. And Israel surely go into captivity from his land. Okay, so doesn't this make sense? Did Israel go straight into captivity? Just read it again. Verse 3, Lamentations, chapter 1, verse 3. And Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction and because of great servitude. She dwell among the heathen. She finds no rest. All her persecutor took her between the straits. Okay, just straight hell. Okay, they brought us into slavery when we was in Africa. They took us through the straits. They brought us into slavery. Verse 4. The land of Zion do mourn, because none that goes to up her to her solemn feast. All her gates are desolate. Her priests sigh. Her virgins are afflicted, and she is in bitterness. Her adversaries are the chief. Her enemies prosper. For Yahweh hath afflicted her. Have afflicted her for the multitude of her transgressions. Or the children are gone into captivity before the enemy. Okay, before the enemy. Straight into captivity we went. Okay, before the enemy. Okay, and all of our enemies. For the daughter of Zion, all her beauty is departed. Her princes are become like a hart that find no pasture. They are gone without strength before the pursuers. Jerusalem remembered in days of all her afflictions and her miseries and all her pleasant things that she had made in the days of old, when her people fell into the hands of the enemy, and none did help her. The adversaries saw her and did mock at her Sabbaths. Okay, so they mocked at our Sabbaths. Okay, they mocked at our Sabbaths. Did not they mock at our Sabbaths? The law. Verse 8. Jerusalem has grievously sinned, therefore she is removed. All that honored her despise her, they became her, and see how her nakedness, yea, they sigh and turn back words. Her filthiness is in her skirts. She remembers not her last end. Therefore, she came down wonderfully. So we had a great fall, okay? That's why the Bible says she did not, we go down wonderfully, okay? We was destroyed wonderfully, okay? That by Yahweh Shai, he did it because we kept breaking his laws. Israel kept breaking the law, man. That's what this is about. Israel kept breaking the law, man, and now look at us, we destroyed. We keep praying to Yahweh to give me vengeance against my adversary, okay, which is the so-called white man. Her filthiness is in her skirts. She remembered not her last end. Therefore she came down wonderfully. She had no one to comfort her. O Yahweh, behold my afflictions, for the enemy have magnified himself, okay? The enemy have magnified himself. Verse 9. And that wonderful right there, if you could see the note, wonderfully means wonder, a great wonder. It's just a phenomenon when Israel fell out of power, okay? Because we had our God with us fighting all of our battles, okay? When Yahweh Shai to turn from us, that was like, wow, okay? In the ancient world, it was like, wow, the Israelites fell. Wow, they fell out of power, okay? It's going to be like how the so-called white man, when he falls out of power, everybody's going to be like, wow, the so-called white man fell out of power. I can't believe it, okay? For so long, he was in power. Wow. The adversary, verse 10, the adversary has spread out his hands upon her pleasant things, for she had been seen the heathen enter into her, and has seen the heathen enter into her sanctuaries, to whom thou commanded that they shall not enter thou congregation. All her, all her, all her people sigh. They seek bread. They give their pleasant things for meat to relieve the soul. See, O Yahweh, and consider, for I have become vile. Okay. Verse 12. Is it nothing to you that ye have passed by and behold and see? Is it nothing like any of my sorrow which is done unto me, which Yahweh have afflicted me in the day of his fierce anger? Okay, so we had to endure. No one punishes like Yahweh Shai, okay? Nobody punishes like Yahweh, okay? He even delivered up his own son, okay? So no one punishes like Yahweh, like Yahweh. Verse 13, from above hast thou sent fire into my bones, and she has became against them. He has spread forth a net for my feet. He have made, he have turned me back. He have made me desolate, and all the faint all the day. The yoke of my transgression is bound by his hands. They are wretched and come up out of my neck. He have made my strength to fall. Yahweh have delivered me into the hands of whom I am not able to rise up. Yahweh have trodden under the foot all my mighty men in the midst of me. He have called the assembly against me. He have crushed my young men. Yahweh has trodden the virgins, the daughter of Judah, as in a winepress. For these things I weep, my eyes do running down with tears of water, because the comfort of my soul, to relieve my soul, is far from me. My children are desolate, because of the enemy has prevailed. Zion spreads forth her hands, and none to comfort her. O Yahweh has commanded concerning Jacob that his adversary should be round about him. Jerusalem is like a minstrel's woman among them. Yahweh is righteous, for I have rebelled against his commands. Hear, I pray you, all people, and behold my sorrows. My virgins and my young men are gone into captivity. I called for my lovers, but they deceived me. My priests and my elders gave up their ghosts in the city while they sought relieving their souls. Behold, O Yahweh, for I am in distress. My bowels do trouble me. My heart is turned within me, for I am grievously rebelled. Abroad the sword bereaveth, at home there is as death. They have heard that I sigh, there is none to comfort me. My enemies have heard of my troubles. They are glad they have done it. Thou shalt bring the day that thou hast called, and it will be like unto me. Let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me. For all my transgressions and my sighs are many, and my heart is faint. And on that note, shalom.